These are the 27 craziest Ja Morant moments this season. And coming in at number 27, Ja transforms into the second coming of Dr. J.
Grizzlies looking to run. 3-on-2 if they hurry. Morant, a hesitation move. Attacks. Figure rolls it in. Holy cow, what a play by Morant. It looked like he wanted to dunk it.
Nope.
Switched into a figure roll in midair.
Damn, first the layup, then the gritty. OKC just got violated. But somehow the Pelicans got even more violated.
In mid-flight and finished with a dunk. He got vectored. Here they go with Morant inside. Double and got it to go. Here he comes. My goodness. As he takes it and bolts up for two and fouled on the play. He is worth every penny.
Bro talks the talk and walks the walk. Actually, screw that. Dude fucking flies. Because against the Wizards, this happened.
Tight. And getting blown out by Brooklyn. Morant. Oh, here he goes. What a figure roll. Levitation deluxe. Oh, amazing.
Day by day, Ja is changing the rules of physics as we know it. But Ja Morant isn't just changing physics. He's making earth-shattering chase-down blocks, half-court shots, and even alley-oop dunks with his left hand. However, first, it's the time Ja decided to play mind games. See, it was October 24th, Grizzlies versus Nets. Ja Morant versus Kevin Durant. Scratch that, Ja Morant versus Ben Simmons. And well, Ja almost sent Simmons back to Australia thanks to his foolery.
Teams allow the Grizzlies to waste time on the clock by not attacking the basketball.
And now Simmons crowds Morant, and Simmons is fouled out of the game.
That's hella savage. But the real reason Ja did him so dirty was this.
I think it was like my rookie year. We was in Philly. Might have been my rookie year. We was in Philly and the same situation happened like that. Whereas Ben in the first half, and I went to look at coach to get the play, and he ran through the ball, got the steal, and went and dunked.
But don't worry, Simmons. You ain't the only one looking like Shaq and a fool.
The Knicks have been able to successfully double-team this guy.
Morant goes inside, reverse, count it, and the foul. A sensational move from Ja Morant, and a chance for a three-point play.
Sheesh. Doing this at Madison Square Garden? Bro's the king of the Broadway. No offense, Trae Young. And speaking of Broadway, this isn't the only time Ja made the Knicks look silly.
An excellent rebounder grabs that. Morant back to Clark, layup is good. Ja Morant once again. That was nice.
Bro didn't just get the attention of Broadway, he put the whole world on notice after that filthy pass. Because Morant proved that he doesn't have to Broadway for it to be showtime.
He's the elder statesman. Oh, steal by Morant. Here comes showtime.
That 360 dunk was so vicious, it could have won last year's dunk contest, although that's not saying much. But when Morant isn't throwing down crazy dunks, he's doing this.
Morant, 10th assist, behind the back. Oh, wow. Yes! And the foul.
Petey, they're having fun, Petey. The young fella is having fun.
Well, I'll be damned. You can't even take your eyes off Morant for 1 second. I just hope MJ got to see that one. Yet, it still doesn't top the time Ja said sayonara to Karl Anthony Towns. Because it's one thing to make your enemies look silly, it's another to make your friends look silly. And on November 11th, Ja did just that.
Morant. That one hugs the rim and goes down.
That'll be 6 on Karl Anthony Towns as well.
He goes right over to the official, puts his hands behind his back as to not bump.
Ja and Cat's dads might be best friends, but that's still not stopping Ja from flexing on the boys. Oh, and by the way, he's also not afraid to embarrass rookies, because against the Pistons, Ja made Jaden Ivey look like a child.
The Oklahoma City game, the turnover is lower, but lack of defense.
Blocked by Morant. Now a run out. Morant ahead of Ivey will throw it down with 2 hands. And 5 points. The block.
And after that, Ivy could use a drink. Oh wait, he's still too young. Thankfully, Ivy isn't alone, because Ja is out here making everyone his children.
To seal, mate. But it was judged to be an offensive foul. So Brandon Clark is in. Holy cow, what a move. And a
crossover and the dunk? We might as well call him Daddy Ja. However, did you know that Ja took a trip to Europe this summer and came back with this nasty Euro step?
Played at the collegiate level, various sports. Oh, Morant, what a move, a stupid score for Ja Morant.
How quick is that Euro step part?
Okay, I lied about the Europe part. But that Euro was still hella epic, just like this dunk, which silenced the entire arena.
Clark with the rebound. He has 10 boards. Ja to the basket this time, and flushes it, took it back behind his ear and threw it down.
Lesson learned. Whenever you need a mechanic, call Ja and he'll throw down the hammer. Only Ja wouldn't just make a great mechanic, he'd also make a scary Steph Curry imposter. Because on November 22nd, Ja was facing the Kings, when with 3 minutes left and the shot clock expiring, he was forced to take this shot.
Conchart, 2 seconds. Morant, a desperation three to beat the shot clock, and he put it in.
Between filthy dunks, acrobatic passes, and heroic shots, what can't this dude do? And spoiler alert, it's not defense, because Ja once sent Malcolm Brogdon's shot to another planet.
This is where they have gotten to cut the deficit, but then Boston has had
God damn, when in Boston, do what Ja Morant does. The only problem, no one can do what Ja does, since my man is doing moves we've never seen.
This is 11.3 steals per game. The extra ball handling that Bruce Bowen can provide will be paramount here for the Nuggets, guys.
One piece of pretty good news, Katie. Michael Porter Jr. out early, shot for about 45 minutes.
However, it turns out Ja didn't come up with this move, because before Ja was even born, his father T was chasing down his own basketball dream. And according to T, if there was one thing that separated him from other NBA hopefuls, it was subscribing to the channel. Ha, gotcha. Anyways, this move is only a preview of what's to come, because Ja isn't coming up with new moves. He's reinventing the game.
Lost a handle, no foul call, quickly up ahead. Morant behind the back, and the Grizzlies have a highlight.
I swear this dude has eyes in the back of his head sometimes. Unreal. But now that we've reached the 10 craziest Ja Morant moments this season, the moments are only going to get more out of this world. Because what's still to come will make you think having eyes in the back of your head is normal. Starting with the time Ja Morant fooled everyone. Because against the Pelicans, bro pretended to go AFK, when instead, he was online all along.
2-point game. Big lead for New Orleans. Has been 7. Yeah,
what a
how about
steal.
that? Wasn't that something? Here comes Morant. He'll fly and get it to go, taking it right down the boulevard, and he ties the game at 58.
His third steal of the evening.
Joke's on them, Ja's controller never died. Because just last week, Ja made history, recording his 6th triple-double, which broke the franchise record for most triple-doubles.
7 paint points per game. Morant taking flight. Yes, and the foul.
But it's hard for defenders to get back.
Morant on a pitch out. Dillon another three. Good again. Morant's got to look at a three. Bango! Grizzlies looking to run. 3-on-2 if they hurry. Morant, a hesitation move. Attacks. Figueroa's it in. Stolen back by Morant. There's your triple-double.
OKC may have Giddey, but believe me, they were anything but Giddey on that fateful night. But at number 8, Ja sucked the life out of the Pistons.
Sadiq finds Bogdanovic. Pocket pick by Morant. Behind the back. Skies and jams. You got to take a timeout now.
A steal, a behind-the-back move, and a monster dunk? It's Ja's world, and we're all just living in it. And Boston knows that just as much as anyone. Because on November 7th, and 6 minutes remaining in the third quarter, the Celtics were leading by 10 points, when by the start of the fourth quarter, they found themselves trailing by 2, all because of this masterpiece.
Grant's turn on Ja. Spinning. Raising up. And one. Another jaw-dropping drive.
Bro said, allow me to have this dance, and then put his defender on skates. But it's one thing to put your defender on skates, it's another to make your opponent poop their pants. Because on October 19th, Ja blocked the crap out of Jalen Brunson.
Now that leg is hurting him, and he lost the ball as a result. Brunson.
Yikes. Somebody bring out the toilet paper. That dude's gonna need it. That said, it's time to start cutting these NBA players some slack and start admiring Ja Morant's raw athleticism. After all, he recently pulled off one of the greatest acrobatic plays you'll ever see.
Clark ahead to Morant. 3:42 left. Morant spins to the rim. Double clutch, scoop and score. What a sensational shot.
You have to marvel at it.
Let's just put it this way. If you were playing horse, that would be an H. You already have an H, but this next moment will make you go, oh.
2 points a game. Here's the quick inbound. Midcourt, Morant. Good! Midcourt three to finish the quarter from
All buzzer beaters are special, but this one was built different. A switch from half court? Come on now, that's absurd. But now that we've reached the top 3 craziest Ja Morant moments this season, it's time to go from memorable plays to plays that will stand the test of time. Because on October 21st, Ja Morant has something to prove against the Rockets. More specifically, their rising star, Jalen Green, who has played so good at times that he's drawn some comparisons to Ja for their similar style of play, leaving Ja no choice but to teach Green a lesson.
They prepare for this, but the tap comes to Jalen Green. Doesn't have numbers, steps through. Oh, Morant blocked the shot! You've got to be kidding me! Morant in the elevator shaft with the rejection.
These football teams, where you say you don't.
Bro broke the rules of gravity just to prove a point. Mad respect, dog. However, this wasn't the only time Ja pushed gravity to the limits this season, since against the Nets, Ja was put in an awkward position, literally. Because following a steal, Tyus Jones got a little antsy on the fast break. So when he threw up an alley-oop to Ja, he didn't make it easy. But fear not, because this terrible lob ended up turning into this.
Irving threw it to Conchar. Lob.
Wow, just when you think you've seen it all, this happens. My G literally catches the ball behind him under the basket with his non-dominant hand and still finds a way to make the dunk. If dude ever needs a job after basketball, I'm sure he can make it as a contortionist. Actually, never mind. Instead, let me show you Ja's greatest play from the season against none other than the New Orleans Pelicans. A reoccurring theme this video. It was November 15, 4:52 remaining in the third quarter. Ja had already made a half-court buzzer beater, scored 26 points, and even pretended to go AFK for a steal. However, Ja wasn't finished yet. He was just getting started because my man was about to go from burning hot to on fire. In other words, Lord have mercy. Or at least that's what CJ McCollum was thinking when this happened.
To free up Murphy. Morant, takes off and changes. Look at this. Switches it, goes up the right, and finishes with the left. That is amazing.
I'm willing to bet some of us can't even dribble with our left hand, let alone dunk. Or better yet, switch hands in midair during it, which goes to show that Ja Morant has more athleticism in his pinky than some of us have in our entire body. But don't be offended, this is a world-class athlete we're talking about. And speaking of which, world-class athletes have gone on to accomplish some pretty incredible things. I'm talking about winning by scoring 100 points in a single game, playing in over 1,000 consecutive games, and fouling out in the game's first 3 minutes. Okay, maybe not that one. Anyways, these are the 19 most impossible NBA records. You're gonna wanna see this, dog. Click the video and I'll see you there.